This is Matthews chapter 24 and verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. Yahweh be the name of the Father, who people ignorantly call God. Yahushai is his Son, who people ignorantly call Jesus. Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. That's in the name of the Holy Spirit. That's where we get our revelation, our knowledge, our wisdom, and understanding through these scriptures. Peace and blessings to Joachim that's out there that's constantly pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And Lord will, this lesson, it be edifying to the elect out there. It's going in today on while everything is going down, Lord will be going up. So, we know that the time is short. We know that it's a lot of things that's going down even as we speak. But we're hoping that, while all this turmoil through the Jacob's trouble, that the Heavenly Father is going to save us. He's going to save those elect. He's going to save the elect, but we just hoping that we are of that elect. So that's why we say we hope, We hope, man. We hope that we are of that elect. And he's going to save us through the chariots, through what people know as UFOs. So I'm going to jump back to Matthews 24 and 27. It says, For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. That Son of Man is talking about Yahushua and how he's going to come back. It says, For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. That's just going in on how bad it's going to be during that time of Jacob's trouble. It says, Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. So that's going in talking about them ICBM, the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those are the ones, those nukes, man, that's going to come in and tear this place up, man. So it says, and let me get the precept for that one. It says, this is Revelations. And Revelation 6 and 12, it says, And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. It says, and the heaven departed as a scroll, because this is just going in again how those missiles are going to shake this place up. It says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So it's just describing how, how it's going to look when those missiles hit. It says, as a scroll, as it was rolled together. If you look, you can even, you Google the ICBM missiles hitting and how it, it give that mushroom cloud look. So that's what he was describing. I'm going to jump back to Matthews. And I believe I was at verse, I'm going to jump to 28. And it says, For whosoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars fall from heaven. Even the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all, because during that same time, it's going to be like simultaneously, while those missiles are dropping, the elect are going to be taken up in the chariots and the UFOs. So, we're looking forward to what's to come. Not just this pestilence. These are signs of what's to come, to the end of Esau's world, rather. The so-called white man. It's going to be the end of his rule, man. He's going to no longer rule. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be the end of his world. His rule. So back at 30 it says, and then shall appear the sign of Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. That power and great glory is going to be besides him, it's going to be as well as those chariots, man. Because, the power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, that power that's going to be on them, you're going to be able to see that power, man. It says, 31, it says, and he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Hey, that's why, the elect are spread out all over the world. That's why you got Jakes that look like all different nationalities, not just so-called Negroes or blacks or Latino or Native Americans. We got people that's why this is not a black thing, a Latino or Native American thing. It is, but it's you can't go by the appearance of that. You can't just go by the appearance. Brother was just bringing out old boy. I don't even want to bring him up. Forget it. This is 32. It says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So again, just some signs to show of his return. It says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily, because it's getting closer and closer, man. All the signs are showing, all the prophecies, and this is the year of prophecy. It's been keen that from the first, year 2020, year of prophecy. It says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. It says, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, know not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Hey, that's why we doing what we got to do to prepare, man. We spiritually prepping, man. We getting fully prepared spiritually. We constantly, storing up our riches in heaven. We constantly, taking time out to, be more spiritually minded than, carnally minded. Because when it all goes down, that's what it's going to take. I just always think of the Book of Eli. The Book of Eli, the movie, how he was, come to find out, he was blinded through the whole movie, and he was guided, by faith through the whole time. And that's how we're going to have to be. We're going to have to literally walk by faith when it's time to start. Even now, every day, man, and before all this started to go on, we were practicing this, It says, verse 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, know not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So the time of Noah, man, they was partying and BSing. So that's what they, even with what's going on now with this coronavirus, this COVID-19, people are still out there trying to party and BS. Verse 38, it says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. So, hey, this ain't nothing changed. These people are still going to be partying and BSing all the way up to the missiles drop. It says, 39, it says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. It says, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Hey, that's gonna happen, man. You're gonna have people out there that's not believe, and then you're gonna have those that believe. It says, then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and the one shall be taken and the other left. It says, watch therefore, for ye know not when the hour your Lord doth come. Hey, so that's why I'm saying the title says, while everything's going down, Lord will be going up. Because it's going to happen just in a twinkling of an eye. Nobody's going to be able to catch it. You're not going to be able to do your last minute Hail Marys, There's none of that, man. It's going to be said and done. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first." And that's what's going to happen. You know, you're going to have those that passed away that were in the faith, that believe, they're going to rise first. It says, verse 17, "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds." You know, them clouds, again, that's them chariots. It says, "To meet the Lord in the air, so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words," you know. And that's comforting to know. You know, it's comforting to know that the Heavenly Father, He's gonna return and He's gonna save us literally. You know, it's not gonna be just a word saying that I'm saved. We're gonna literally be saved from something. As we have, you know, He gonna save us through them chariots. This is Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits." So they're just going in again, just speaking about those chariots. That's our salvation, man. That's going to be our not our actual salvation, but that's going to be the vehicle of our salvation. That's what's going to, you know, have people in awe. People going to be tripping out when they see that. As scripture talk about where the people's hearts are going to faint when they see him. This is Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 16. It says, "The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel." So this was just a beautiful chariot. I believe this word beryl, I believe they're just going into the color of a dang, I ain't got my internet on, but you could look it up. It's just going into, if I'm not mistaken, that's a type of stone, and it's just colorful, very colorful. It says, and the wheel inside of a wheel. You know, if you think of that, that's what people so-called UFOs, you know? And this is all in the scriptures, man. The Bible that you got at your house. This is scriptural, man. It says, I'm going to get Isaiah. Trying to run through this. Isaiah 66 and verse 15, it says, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire and with chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger." Hey, when I think about that, it says he will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger. Hey, I just think about the Tasmanian devil. You know, he used to, old cartoon, zzz, and he would go real quick, you know, like a top. You know, that's going to be the Heavenly Father. He's going to come back with some vengeance. It said, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury." Hey, that don't sound like he's too happy, man. Render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Because out of them chariots, the so-called, what people call UFOs, it's going to be lasers coming out them. So he's going to be not just getting zapped. You're going to be getting zapped. People going to be getting zapped by the lasers from the chariots, and then by them ICBM missiles. It's going to be like all going together at the same time. They give that example in the I believe it's World War Z. I believe that's the movie. I believe that's it. Let me get this one. Revelations chapter 5 and verse 2, it says, "And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, Who is worthy?" Salak, that ain't it. Revelations chapter 15 and verse 2. It says, "And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on a sea of glass." What's that sea of glass? That's when they actually in the chariot, looking down, seeing through the, you know, he had a vision. He was seeing it. Daniel was literally seeing, you know, the destruction of Babylon. He says, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. You know, had the victory over the beast. You know, NATO and EU, just all that, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. So all this, he saw all that, man. He had that vision. I'm going to jump to this one. I'm going to close it out with this one. This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea." Hey, he said it's going to burn like an oven, man. That's going to disintegrate. And when you know, this is the ancient of days, the ancient time of ovens. Not like the ovens now we got now. They go up to like 500, something like that. But this is like super, those brick, you know, they was super hot, man. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble." Hey, stubble is like nothing. It goes up like when you put it in the fire. It says, "And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." So it's going to be nothing that's going to be left of this place. It's going to be just ashes. It's going to be a desert. This place is it needs it too. This place needs, that's the only cleansing agent for this place. Not no Lysol, bleach. You can't do it, not this time. This time it's got to be burnt up, man, down to the root. Nor branch it's going to be all the way desolate. So Lord will, this was edifying to the elect. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, that's out there constantly pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. And Lord will was edifying. Shalom.